tuition. So it's kind of complicated. Everybody can have an on-campus job if they want to, but you have to be granted work study. And that means you're like guaranteed a certain amount of money or something. It's kind of confusing. Scholarships, that's the amount of money that you're given by the school or the government to study there. It's really helpful because college is mad expensive in America. Unlike other European places where, I don't know, it's very expensive. I was like, so when does Alex use that word? I don't use it.
It's really expensive. Yeah, so I'm sure.
Sorry, that's slang. If somebody says like mad something, it just means very.
We want to do a lesson on American slang at some point. We'll see how that goes, and we'll get back to you. No, they're moving. No. Yeah. Okay.
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 We all good?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's also your major and your minor.
Which we sort of went over last time, but I just figured I'd bring it up.
You guys remember what it is? Tell us. When you're ready.
Wait. Okay, we're ready.
Do you guys remember what a major and a minor is from last week?
Major and minor?
Major and minor. As related to your schoolwork.
Do you ask for us?
Yeah, do you guys remember?
My minor and minor college.
Oh, I was wanted to use a definition, but if you want to use an example, that's great too.
Bless you.
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
I just wanted to know if you guys remembered what a major and a minor is, or are.
Okay. The major is psychology and minor is clinical psychology, like that, or not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and which one is like the one that is the most important to your study?
Okay.
Major in economics and minor economics development.
Okay. Which one's the most important for your study? Like, which one do you study the most? Your major or your minor?
Clinical psychology.
Is that your major?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get at. Thanks, guys. Now we're going to do some vocab from the article we read for today that might be useful.
Analogous.
Analogous.
That just means similar. So it was just an odd fancy word to use in the article that I sent you guys, and it basically means the same or similar to. And I think it was used in the context saying that like student participation, like in classes and stuff, and homeworks being like 40 or more hours a week, it's basically an on-campus job. It's basically a full-time job being a student. So it's just saying it's similar to a full-time job. That's all.
Formal versus casual attire. Formal attire is like a tie or a dress, something that's kind of fancy, whereas casual attire would be like jeans and sneakers. What I'm wearing right now. It's casual. Okay. I'm a model too.
Yeah. She is.
You're a model.
She's such a model. I love it. Like,
Oh, you're just showing off.
Okay, so do I.
there you go.
So yeah, casual attire is my example. And most of the time we wear casual attire. In America, we're very casual as a people. Like the only time you need to wear formal attire is if you're going to a fancy dinner or if you have like a banquet or award ceremony. Interviews, that's a good one. Yeah, if you're going for a job interview, you want to dress fancy to show off.
Yeah, and in the context of the article, it said something along the lines of how the international student from Indonesia realized as they were going to class that Americans do not dress up for class, and they were pleasantly surprised by that realization. So yeah, nobody dresses up for class. In fact, many older people complain about this lack of formal attire during the classroom. I know that my father has on countless.
I've seen people go to class in their pajamas before.
There's no shame to it at all.
I mean, there's a little shame.
Okay, but like as we said, college is basically a full-time job. You know, it's a struggle to get out of bed sometimes if you get like very little sleep at night. So sometimes it makes a lot of sense to go in your pajamas. Well, I'm not at that stage yet, mind you, but like I can feel it coming. It'll come some point.
Generally though, yeah, like what Maddie and I are wearing is what you wear in class.
Yeah.
Just casual. Teaching internships versus assistantships.
Never really heard that term before, but I think it means the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's like what I do for, we have these things called first year seminars here at our school where you take a class during your first year at college and it kind of helps acclimate you to college. And I'm a teacher's assistant for that, which means I'm not a first year, but I take the class anyway. And I help the professor teach the students. I help sometimes with papers that the kids need help like with the assignment. And I do some stuff in the class. I get to do a little bit of teaching, but yeah, mostly my job is just to like assist the teacher.
And internships can be pretty much anything that you can think of. Like you can really, tons and tons of jobs out there have internships for students or for people who just get out of school. And sometimes you get paid. A lot of the time you don't get paid, but they can be either or. And in the article, they were talking about how good relationships with your professors are really important because sometimes they have those opportunities for you as a student, and you can take them up on the offer, and then sometimes you might be working a really good job that you like, or an internship of some kind where you learn a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, there's reference letters or letters of recommendation. Those are things you're going to have to get from somebody you've worked with or a professor if you're applying for a job or a certain program at school. It's something that you have to ask very nicely for. If it's like a letter, you're definitely going to want to ask for it like several weeks in advance to give them time.
Where do you send the letters?
To the people you're applying for the position from? Yeah. Or you send it to the workplace. Although usually if you're applying for a job, they're not going to ask for letters of recommendation. They're just going to ask for recommenders or references, they say. So you just give the employers the person's name and number.
But always make sure that you tell the person about it. So they don't get a random call asking about you as a person for this job and they said, wow, they never contacted me.
Yeah, that's super important.
Always make sure to just basically tell everyone what you're doing.
At all times.
At all times, yeah. And then we just have one last word, which is resume.
Mm-hmm.
And
a resume is like
not an American word.
Yeah, no, it's French.
It's French.
Yeah, but it's
use it.
Biography of all the work you've ever done. So like you write on your resume, in high school, I worked at McDonald's. Over the summer, I was a cashier, And basically it just says, this is what my experience is like, and it helps employers know if you're the kind of person they might want to hire based on your experience. And
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions so far? We'll always take the time to do questions at the end too, but if you have
anything about the vocab?
anything about the vocab that you want to talk about?
I'm interested about recommendation letter for scholarship.
For scholarships?
Oh,
Can you,
a recommendation letter for a
can you-
scholarship?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have planned to go abroad to take my master degree abroad, and I have to make and ask a letter of recommendation for scholarship. Can you tell us? Could you tell us about this? What the difference is
Between
among
Letter of
letter of recommendation for
scholarship?
job and for scholarship?
Okay, yeah.
the difference between a letter of recommendation or a scholarship, are you asking? A letter of
Yes.
recommendation is a letter that you get from someone that says, these are the reasons I like this person, or these are the reasons I don't like this person, but hopefully that's not what happened.
So
Okay.
like a professor or an older person in general, like somebody who has seen you work
Mhm.
and perform as a worker, as a student, and they tell whoever who you want to get hired by about you.
And usually it can't be your mom
No, you
or your dad.
no. It has
No
to be.
family members.
It has to be somebody who doesn't have like a love relationship with you. That doesn't count.
It's biased.
Yeah, that's a bit biased.
Swayed.
My mom would talk me
Not
up.
fair.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
A scholarship, on the other hand, is money that you get to do studies. And it's awesome. But you do have to apply for it.
Yeah, so usually they look for grades and extracurricular activities if you're involved with that stuff. They like volunteering. They like you playing sports. They pretty much like you being a relatively perfect individual as much as you can, and they'll give you lots of money for it.
But to get a scholarship, you usually will need letters of recommendation or references of some sort.
Yeah.
So there's a relationship between the two, but they're not, the same.
Yeah, do we answer your question okay?
Okay, enough. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, you can jump in.
Yeah, probably like
You are so tall, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm too tall for Alex, so useless. Okay, so Alex is sad now and she's sitting, which makes her shorter.
Oh my god.
She's so tiny. Okay.
you guys are both really tall.
All right, I know, but like,
Eustace and Natty are like giants.
I mean, yeah, we have.
Okay.
Yeah, we would tell you how tall we were, but like the metric system is different, and we don't use it for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so stuff about the article specifically. We talked about the article itself basically just says it's just like a list of things that international students should know. Especially, I found this completely by accident. This was a person from Indonesia who is an international student, and they were talking about their experience and what they would want to know before going to the U.S., which was awesome. And I was very lucky to find that article for you guys. But yeah, I can ask. How did you guys like the article in general? Did you find it okay and everything was okay?
Was it easy enough to understand?
What did you guys like the most about the article?
We didn't get the article, so I don't know.
What? Oh shoot!
Yes,
No. Oh,
I
help me.
didn't get this article, so I don't know. But I'm so interested that we discuss about international students.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay,
So I can
I'll go more into
answer your question.
Okay. Okay, so basically this article was just a list on how an international student thought of life in the US and what they would have wanted to know before coming to the US. So basically, the first point talked about schoolwork and how students in the US are really, really busy with schoolwork. And what says Eustace about schoolwork in different countries versus in the US?
It's really, really different as international student coming from different country.
Okay.
I didn't have as much work as I have here. So you have lots of different classes. You have different clubs where you are involved. You have a job on campus. You have lots of homework as well. So it's really hard to handle the work, and the time management are the most important in college.
Okay.
And the article said around 40 hours a week you spend on schoolwork alone. Either that or was schoolwork in classes, but I was pretty sure it was schoolwork by itself, which, you know, is a lot. And I try not to count the hours I'm doing my work because that makes me more sad. So I'm gonna. The second point was about campus life and how campus was basically the center of life for students in the U.S. There are, you know, this differs if you go to different schools, but like for the most part, the quintessential U.S. university has a campus, and usually life is pretty much centered around that campus. And yeah, but there are certainly some schools in the cities where they don't have like a lot of space to do stuff. Usually they're in much taller buildings, and there are far fewer of those buildings, and they don't have the same sort of campus space that we do, but certainly many universities have that space. So in addition, this third point, extracurricular activities are really important. They're really good ways to make friends, at least that's what I found. And yeah, and it's just a really good way to get involved with the school and with others in the school, and you can make really good relationships with professors that way as well, as I have found pretty easily because Professor Anwar has done this.
Okay.
And she and I've never even taken a class with Professor Anwar, so I have no idea how I've never seen her as a teacher. I've just seen her as a mentor and an advisor, and it's been really cool. So yeah, definitely, it's a great way to make friends. It's a great way to have good relationships with professors on campus as well. Alex,
You can meet people with similar interests to you. So if you're really into art, you can join the art club, and you can meet other people who like art.
do you have anything to add?
Good.
No, not really. All right, cool. So I think we covered this last time as well. You can decide your majors and minors in your sophomore year of college. It doesn't have to be as soon as you get to college or university. Yeah, it's pretty chill in that sense. It's not very stressful to pick a major and a minor because you're not thrown into it as soon as you get to campus.
That being said, if you don't know your major, your minor, it can feel stressful. People always ask, what's your major, what's your minor? As we just did to you earlier today.
Yeah, it's a good topic point because majors and minors are what people are interested in. And if you find out what they're interested in, then you can ask them follow-up questions about those interests. And hopefully they're sort of related to yours, because if somebody is a math and a science major, I really don't know where to take that conversation. Yeah, so it's more like, how was your labs or something? So American demeanor, this is one of the interesting ones that the article talked about. Yeah, so, you know, it's obviously different for everybody, but like as a culture, the US is usually pretty open and friendly. As far as I've seen, as far as the article has talked about, usually we're not very closed off, and usually like people, although it's different from generation to generation, obviously, because I know that my dad, I find him very weird. He will just go up and talk to people like out of the blue, but that's what he was raised to do. So it's like sometimes it's like it's different in different generations, but as a majority, the U.S. is pretty open as far as communication and that sort of thing. Have you found the same thing?
So I can talk about my experience on campus, on college campus. So I met some people that I don't really know their names, and they're gonna say hi to you. They're gonna ask how are you? How are you doing? And people are really nice. Even if you go to downtown, you're gonna see some local people who are saying hi to you as well. So people are really open. I don't know, are interested in you, and they don't really want to know what you guys are doing, but they just, because they're being nice, they're gonna say hi to you and how are you doing. So even without like saying hi, like if you pass someone, you can just say how are you and just walk by. You don't really need to wait until they're gonna say back to you. You're just gonna say like how are you and just walk.
Yeah. What did we learn about Russia, Alex? If you ask how are you?
If you ask like a Russian in Russia how they are, they could spend like, you know, much more time than you actually want to know about their life talking about it.
Yeah, like Eustace is totally right, and I didn't even think of this. That's why we have him here today. Like, you can just like say hi, how are you, and just like leave it at that. I've pretty much never heard somebody actually honestly say how they were. Like, usually if even if you had like the worst day of your life, you'll probably say something like, fine, and just like move on. Yeah, like and hi, how are you is a greeting, and like you don't even need to respond.
I mean, it's just like to say, I'm good, how are you?
But if you're walking somewhere and you say like, "Hey,
It's
how are
awkward.
you?" Yeah, Alex.
Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, have you heard the greeting, what's up? That's another very American slang way to say, how are you?
Yeah.
You don't actually want to know what is up. I don't even know how to answer that question.
Not much.
Yeah, you just say, not much, how about you? Like, it's weird.
Bro.
That's because I don't say what's up.
What's good? Yeah, people also say what's good.
What's happening?
What's happening?
No, people don't say that.
That's very, very outdated slang. So if you want to be really funny, you can say that. I really love using outdated slang because it keeps people on their toes. Just kidding. I just like using it because it's funny. No other.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also.
How are you guys saying hi? Do you guys say hi or hello?
I say hey.
Hey?
I say hey or hi.
So there are some people there saying hello or hi, but I'm just gonna write on the board word hello.
That's pretty formal.
So that's hello. If you don't have letter O, do you guys know this word?
Oh my god.
So that's why I don't use hello. I just use hi. But it just
Okay.
So,
So the me is hello.
no, but it's in general like hello. It's like I think like that's what I didn't really use hello because you can say like hi. It's like
there's no relation whatsoever.
no, I know, but it's just like if you see like hell, like
Oh my god.
I don't want to see just saying hi and no hello.
Oh my. Yeah. So
So funny.
I mean-
I know some people that call also was.
Hello is pretty formal.
That's how my professor actually. He said
Of
never
course.
say hello.
Really?
Oh, wow.
But he was the Tibetan monk. So he was using it. He
Oh,
said
wow.
never say hello. Say hi. How are you? Like. How are you?
Oh.
People say hello all the time.
I know.
Well, does it
But
make him
it just is
uncomfortable?
like I don't know. He's like.
His ideology.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it can make some people uncomfortable to say hello because it contains the word hell, which, you know,
You can say hello.
you can,
It's more
Yeah.
formal.
yeah.
Like if you're writing an email to a professor or something, you maybe don't want to open up with hi
Or
or
what's up?
hey,
That's a
or
little
what's
weird.
up.
Yeah, like there are.
Hello, my
So you can say good day, good evening.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I just say dear whoever.
You say dear in
Oh,
your
yeah.
professors. Oh, that's cute.
I
Do
write
you
emails.
guys like your professors?
What?
Do you guys like your teachers?
Yes.
Okay.
But no at all.
Who's your favorite teacher? Do you have your favorite teacher?
My favorite teachers, my development psychology, my favorite teachers. Her name is Yunita Sari, and he's very awesome for me. So I very like her.
Okay.
That's
awesome.
great.
Nice.
All right. Okay, yeah, I covered this point a little bit, and this is a perfect segue. If you have a good relationship with your professor, it can really benefit you later on, as we talked about in resumes and letters of recommendation and scholarships and things like that, and potentially graduate school. If you're somebody who wants to go to graduate school, like professors can get you places. They can open up doors. They can give you lots of opportunities. So if you have really good relationships with your professor, like even one professor, like it's really good, and they could really help you later on in life when you need to tell other employers, like, this is the kind of person you are, this is the kind of work ethic you have, like, this is how I work. And if you're, dedicated, a strong worker, and your professor really likes you, then you can always ask for a letter of recommendation, and it could really help you out in the future. And yeah, this last point is just the last point in the article, talking about regular versus federal work study. And I know I have regular work study where, like, basically it comes with your scholarship or your when you apply to the school, then the school accepts you, and they say, okay, you can have this amount of money. Sometimes they give you money, and they can also say something like, you get work study, and this just means that you can get they want you to get a job on campus. So, like, as Alex was saying earlier, you can get a job on campus, but like this is like almost special preference taken for you to get a job on campus. It's even more pushed towards you to get a job on campus. So, like, people will be more sympathetic towards that when you're asked to be hired different places and you fill out applications. And federal work study is if you meet a certain income, if the government thinks that if you're like in between, if your household makes a certain amount of money, then like in college, you must get a job on campus, right?
No,
It's not? What do you do? I thought it was
it's just money that comes from the government.
Yeah. It's just money that comes from the government.
Yeah,
for
it's
work.
just where the work money comes from. It's either from the government or from the school. Our education system's split up kind of funny now. It's confusing.
Oh, it's either from the school or from the government. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Eustace has a few questions. Do you guys have any questions about anything?
I know. I want to ask you about motivation later.
You'll ask about something later?
Motivation later.
Dedication?
For scholarship,
Motivation.
we have to
Motivation.
make motivation later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you tell me
Motivation
about
for
this?
what?
Huh?
For what?
For scholarship, for apply scholarship such as Fulbright scholarship, we have to uh, make motivation letter
A
why
motivation,
we are. Huh?
a motivation letter?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So in order to apply, you have to write a letter
Yes.
to get a Fulbright scholarship.
Yes. Can you tell
Oh,
us about
resume.
it?
Oh, Lala, is that Lala? Yeah, she just said it's a resume that you're asking for, I guess.
I have a question, guys.
Okay.
So because we don't know each other, can we do like a short introduction? Can you guys introduce yourself and tell me what do you guys like? What do you guys study? What's your name?
Okay. Okay, first I will introduce myself. My name is Putri Nurfadila Salma. I was born in Bandung, Indonesia, actually, and uh, I uh, I get my bachelor of psychology in Islamic Bandung University.
Mhm.
Wait. And then I like maybe I can tell you that I love psychology and I want to take my master degree for my psychology. Uh, I think I want to I want to take master degree in for with the major family psychology, and America is one of the best psychology in the world.
Okay. What do you like the most about psychology?
What the most?
Yeah, what do you like about psychology? Why you are so interested in psychology?
Okay, because I think in psychology we learn all about human being. We learn about human being, why the person uh, act something, or what the motivation, and then why people can have mental illness or anything else. We learn about how human thinking, how human to have good relationship with her family, with her boyfriend or girlfriend, and each other. I find I find very much uh, things in psychology, and I guess with I learn about psychology, to I can to make a good relationship with the others.
Okay.
Maybe it.
That's great.
So you like socializing and communicating with other people. You like
Yes.
interacting with people.
Okay. Yes.
And after college, you wanna find a job where you're gonna be interacting with people, right?
Yeah. Right. Right. Actually, in like counselor, psychologist, I like to talk with the other in the communication, as like I interview with the interview as uh, clinical psychologist as usual, almost have a deep relationship in communication.
Okay, wow, that's really nice. That's really, really nice. How about your friend? Can she introduce herself?
Yes.
Okay, I can speak English very well, but I won't try.
It's okay, just try it. We just practicing, so.
Okay. Uh, my name is Endajita, and I'm from Indonesia, and I'm Bachelor Economics, and I like economics. Uh, I love Indonesia. I love about Indonesia, about budaya itu apa sih? Culture, and and I want build Indonesia, and I want. You understand?
Can you understand what she says?
You understand? You can hear me?
Can you hear?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
What did you guys say again?
So what do you like about Indonesia? What do you like the most about your country?
Culture.
Culture?
Our culture, and yeah.
What do you like the
Indonesia.
most about the culture?
Like,
Do you guys do like traditional dances, or you guys have
Okay.
unique music?
Actually, she can dancing.
Oh my God.
Dancing international, dancing in Indonesia. We have very many culture in our culture. Maybe you can.
Oh no.
Anything you want to show us is fine. If you
Just little. Show us. Show to them that you can.
Are you gonna sing now?
she's gonna dance.
Dance?
No, actually no.
We wanna see your dance too.
Okay.
Wait.
Indonesia.
Wait.
Wow.
Can see
Yes.
this.
Awesome. Do that.
Or can you tell about the other? And I will prepare for, and then maybe and then can.
Because I want to be a ministry, and I want build Indonesia with economic.
Tari Tortor.
Yes.
Do you guys like my pronunciation?
Yes.
Okay.
Tortor.
Tortor.
Yeah.
Tari Tortor.
Bagus apa?
Wait. Wait for a moment.
Oh my God.
Yes, my friend will dancing for you guys.
Okay.
Can you see her?
No, we can't yet.
No, we can't.
We can see the video.
Okay.
Oh wait, is Enda in the video?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
What is she doing?
Is that her in the back?
Yes.
Are you in the back?
Wait.
If Enda
Do you still
is she gonna dance now, or is she in the video?
Oh my God.
wait, can you see us?
We can see you.
Okay, and then we'll dancing for you.
Aww.
Okay, Tina. Okay, Tina.
Yeah, it's just little of culture Indonesia. We have so much dancing or language. It's not just Bahasa or Indonesia. We have Sundanese, Japanese, or each. Let's come to Indonesia.
Okay, guys, I'm leaving. It was really nice talking to you. Okay? I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Hey, volunteer! What happened? You showed up for like 3 minutes late. I love it.
I was sleeping.
You were sleeping.
Oh my god. You have to leave her. She was dancing.
Yeah, you missed it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're about to go now, I think, but do you guys have any other questions about what we talked about today that you'd like to ask?
Do you have international friends? Very.
What? She's asking a question.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Good one, too.
You have international friends?
International friends? Yeah,
Yes.
we have a bunch of international friends.
Yes.
One of them.
Yeah, it's just one of them. The girl who lived next door to me last year was from Afghanistan.
Mm.
My RA, my residential assistant, the lady who, or the girl who was in charge of my whole floor and Maddie's floor too, was from Afghanistan as well.
Mm-hmm. We know people from Pakistan, Syria, people from China, sort of.
Last semester, I had a friend who was from Russia.
Oh, okay.
I'm friends with a girl from Germany who's in my wind ensemble. We play the flute together.
Okay.
I know an international student from Australia is in one of my classes.
Okay.
There's a lot of international students on this campus.
Actually, yeah, go ahead.
It's fun to meet people from countries.
So can you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What's your favorite friends in international friends? Can you tell us about them specifically?
Well, our friend Zara, we call her Z for short because people butcher her name all the time. She's one of my friends who's from Afghanistan. Yeah, she likes to run a lot. She goes running.
Yeah, she was actually just interviewed by like an online magazine, I believe. All about runners because she runs in a hijab, and people. And she loves running, and it's a passion of hers, and she wants other hijabi women to do it as well. So she made a blog, and now, she got interviewed and stuff, and she just did like a 50-mile run. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there were other places people from.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say earlier?
Oh, I was just gonna say that like our school HWS has, according to this really, really good magazine, or like this really, really good is this Review magazine?
I don't remember. It's one of the highest.
It's like ratings. A journal. Yeah, it's like a really, really good source, especially for colleges. They ranked us #1 in the whole country for studying abroad. So this happened over the summer, and it was awesome, and it makes you really, really proud of your country and the work that they're doing, and the work, especially the work that and especially the work that our school in particular is doing. It's Carly. Look.
Oh, Carly, yes. Hi, Carly.
How are you guys doing?
How are you?
Is Ridwan confused?
Ridwan doesn't know Carly.
Oh no, I was here last year, so everyone who was here last year, they know me. You
Yeah.
know, I'm Carly.
Yes.
Hello, Carly.
Beginners lesson. So I teach beginners.
Okay.
Okay, Papa Uji.
Great.
Do you guys have any international friends?
I have
Okay.
Japanese friends, you know.
You do? Where are they from?
Bye.
Yeah,
India?
Japan.
In Japan.
Japan.
Ooh, that's cool.
I talk in chat.
Excuse me.
I don't know.
Sadar dulu Papa Uji.
I just sleeping and I can think clearly, you know.
It's okay. Take your time.
It's so.
It's too early to think. I understand.
Yeah, I feel that. Do you two have any international friends?
I have.
Oh, sorry.
If anybody is international, then.
Yeah. I have one.
You have one?
What? Do you know where they're from?
From Japanese. From Japan. I'm sorry. From
Nice.
Japan.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
very good.
Yeah. That must be cool.
Mhm.
Do they go to your school or do you know them from like online or?
Yes, online from online chatting. I think
Oh,
Cool.
Tinder?
it's called Omega.
Omega. I know Omega.
Oh my god, wait, was it? No, never mind. That's a different one. That sounds
But now it's banned in Indonesia right now.
It's banned in Indonesia?
Yeah, I can't use it anymore. Right now.
Isn't that is that the video chat where you like video chat random people?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
I always find weird people.
That's the funnest.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you know?
Mhm.
And
Yes.
Pucci, do you have any international friends?
Actually, no. No, I know. I don't have.
You don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
In another faculty, we have international student, but I don't. It's not in my faculty, so I don't have.
So do
You don't
I.
talk to them. All right.
Ridwan can want to share about his friends.
Huh?
Oh yeah, Ridwan.
Yeah.
You're funny. You want to say.
What is he like? What is his name?
Hitori, I think.
Hitori.
He was like Haraki and all. I don't know what style Japanese. Harajuku, yes, Harajuku.
Yeah, Harajuku, yeah.
It was like, and the eye was like, it was like that, yeah, you know.
Yeah. As to be expected.
Hello.
Does he speak? Did you guys meet speaking English or does he speak
Yes.
Indonesian?
Speaking English, not in Japanese, because I don't understand Japanese.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
I just know moshi moshi, konnichiwa, watashi wa namae Ridwan. Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Fun,
good
right?
practice English too, I guess.
All right, guys. Well, if there's not any more questions, I think this is about our time up.
Yes,
Time is over.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe next week we can talk for longer with one.
Don't let.
Mr. Fauzi, please.
I will wake up early.
Oh, is that what that was?
Very funny
That's why you come on late.
Well, I'm glad we got to talk to you. I'm glad you came on late.
Yeah,
It's good.
we're so glad to have had the opportunity to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we need to sorry for not being part of this monitoring like well because my laptop is on problem, so I have to change another account. And maybe what about next mentoring?
Next
Because
mentoring, we'll what?
uh next Friday we are not doing mentoring, right? Or
What, next Friday we're not mentoring?
next Friday?
We should be. Is there a reason that you guys can't?
No.
So
Just wanna
we'll
make sure.
change it. Oh, okay. So you guys won't be able to sign on for mentoring next week?
They're okay, but professor said that there's no mentor from over HWS.
Oh. Oh wait. Oh yeah. That's when our dinner is, and that's when they're. Is that when they're coming? Wait.
We're not going to do mentoring now? It's not a reason not to do
Yeah.
mentoring.
But you guys, you're saying that you can't do mentoring on next week on the 20th or the 21st?
We can.
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So we should be good. But yeah. If there is.
the link. So should I put the link for advance to next video? I just want to make sure.
That we can mentor?
No.
Yeah.
The one who make the link for this mentoring is me. So I need to make sure if next Friday is available to mentoring or not.
Oh, okay. So you need to check your own schedule and see if you can sign
Can I check?
up. So you need to check your own schedule and see if you can sign on with the rest of the group. Is that what you said?
No, your schedule.
Did you just want to confirm that we were doing it next week?
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Get it.
So you're good. I'm good.
We're all good. We're good. Okay.
Go.
We are the.
Right. Okay. All right, we're good. Somebody should be doing it.
Yeah, it may not be Maddie and I, but it will be somebody.
Yeah, we've done it 2 weeks in a row, so hopefully somebody. Yeah, we can swap. We'll see. We'll see how it works.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Alex,
Have a good day.
have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. I don't understand.